Hello, welcome to Red Ted Art. Before you do anything, just subscribe to the channel and then we'll get on to how to make these duct tape roses pens. I love these as pens. I mean, you don't need to make them as pens. You can make them on straws and have like a bouquet of them, sort of for like a chic wedding. But I have to say I quite like them as pens because they make really, really lovely gifts. So today we're going to quickly show you how to make one of these roses. I've prepared a little bit so that it goes a little bit quicker, but you'll see they're very quick and easy to make. So the first thing you'll need is a pen. I love to recycle sort of the charity ones you sometimes get through the door, but you can use a big pen or anything like that, just a very simple plain pen. You'll need duct tape in green for the stem, and then red or white or pink for the rose petals. And you need some good scissors. I mean, it is important to have good scissors because duct tape's a bit awkward to cut. So if you don't have good scissors, it can be a bit fiddly. So let's begin. So we first have our pen and our green duct tape. Turn these around so we can have a look. So we need to get a piece of duct tape which is about as long as the pen, so you just need to check that looks about right, and then using your good scissors, to be honest it doesn't matter if it's a little bit shorter or a little bit longer, as long as your pen sticks out you're okay. Let's see, mine's a little bit longer I think, and I find it easiest to kind of like get the bottom of the pen onto it like this. Look, it overlaps a bit at the end, but that's okay because I kind of want to hide. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, and then I'm just going to press this down so that you don't see that little bit. It doesn't matter if you can see it, but because I had a bit extra, that's fine. So that's the beginning. Now you swap duct tape colours. I'm going to go for red, and you start by taking off a strip about, well, I think about square is how I start off, but it can be a bit longer than square. So again, if you get your good scissors and cut it off. Later, as the petals go further out, I actually make this a bit longer. So I've got my piece of duct tape. Oh, this is where it's tricky because it's very sticky, isn't it? You fold it down like this. So leaving an edge, and you take scissors and you trim it off to make sort of a rounded petal shape. I have seen versions of these roses where, I'll show these to you at the end, where you can make it pointy, where all the petals are pointy, and they can look really good as well. But I quite like the round ones. So you take that, and then you basically just wrap it round. Here we go. Now, to save on a little bit, so you've got your first petal ready. To save a little bit of time, I've actually cut all of my petals already, just so you don't have to watch for ages and ages. Now, the important thing is when you start putting your next petal on, you kind of start, so here's where the other one finished, you kind of start it at an angle, and you also let it sort of stick away a bit. You don't sort of wrap it on too tight, if that makes sense. And it doesn't have to be super neat either. Again, here's the opening, so I'm just going to go to the side of it slightly. And then the other thing you can think about is, you know, whether you want the petals, so here for example, you can see it comes out, and on this one, it kind of points in a bit, so you can choose which way you prefer. I think both again look really good, and it's just really a question of preference. So I've cut in total with the one that you saw me do, I did 14 of these red ones. And I also want to show you how here the sort of the narrow ones, and they get a bit wider as you sort of go out. So just remember, sort of as you go, just see how it looks. So I've still got my sort of short ones going on here, and I like to kind of fold it out a bit. It doesn't matter if it sort of doesn't stick totally neat at the bottom, because you're going to sort of hide that a little bit in a minute. Here we go. And already you're getting your nice petal shape. So like I say, bend it out a bit. You do want it to have that effect of a petal opening. They're so sweet to make, and I think they make really lovely little gifts as well. And they're really easy, and I think they look really, 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 really effective. They can be lovely for, I don't know, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. Here's one of the bigger pieces. You can, you know, give it to a friend on a wedding day as a little fun gift. Or, you know what, just make them for yourself. Never mind other people. Sometimes it's nice to make something pretty for yourself. Now look, you see, they're not always going all the way to the bottom. I think that's fine. And then you'll also have at the end will have some green petals to kind of neaten it all up. So I've got 2 more to go. So like I said, I cut 14 of these, and it's just another question of preference really. You choose how many you want to do. Let's see, what side do I want the last petal to go on? I think I'm going to put it here. There we go. Now we just need to put on some green leaves. I've prepared one already. So I'll put these there so you can see them as pretty. So, but I'll show you how I did it. So again, get your tape. It's stiff to get off, isn't it? This is about 2 inches, I'd say. Like that. Then all you do is you tuck one side into about middle, and then the other one. Here we go. So I've got 2 petals. I think that's enough. But again, if you wanted to add, not petals, leaves, if you wanted to add a few more, that's fine. And then you just choose a part where you like it. So I quite like it. I'm going to just put it here, and then you just wrap it around. And I actually crinkle it up a bit, because then it gives it a bit more of a leaf shape. So it's not that flat, if that makes sense. And then here's the second one. I'll put on the other side. But again, you don't have to do it in exactly opposites, but just sort of see where it works for you. And there you have your pen rose in about 7 minutes. So I hope you have a go at this. So we were using duct tape. Don't forget to subscribe to Redhead Art. We'd love to see you here again soon. We've got lots of crafts and how-tos, tutorials, and you don't really want to miss out on any. Anyway, happy crafting and see you again soon. Bye bye.